Tonight, the Crown finishes its arguments at a murder trial in Kitchener. What an expert witness said was in the accused's bloodstream following a triple stabbing. Extra security extended.
We're all excited to get back in person as soon as we can.
The reason behind continued changes.
At the moment, we're unsure when we'll be able to get the public and council back in the chambers.
At Cambridge City Hall. Bringing back exams.
I don't think it's the best idea.
I feel really like it's like a really big opportunity to show your intelligence.
The buzz on going back to basics.
We saw it as a low-stakes way to give them a new way to be tested.
As an option in local high schools.
Good evening. The Crown has closed its case in a second-degree murder trial connected to a triple stabbing in Kitchener nearly 3 years ago. The final witness called to the stand today was a forensic scientist who conducted a toxicology report on the accused, Dylan Moreira. Now, some of the details in this story may be disturbing. CTV's Spencer Turcotte has the latest for us.
As the second week of Dylan Moreira's murder trial comes to a close, so does the Crown's case. Moreira is accused of second-degree murder and multiple counts of attempted murder and aggravated assault for allegedly killing his girlfriend and seriously injuring his girlfriend's daughter and his own mother in a triple stabbing in Kitchener back in November 2022. Moreira has pleaded not guilty to all charges. The Crown's final witness was Karen Wall, the forensic scientist who conducted a toxicology report based on Moreira's blood sample taken to the hospital following the triple stabbing. Wall appeared virtually to analyze her findings. She testified that alcohol was not detected in Moreira's blood, but she did detect methamphetamine, amphetamine, THC, lorazepam, and haloperidol, which is an antipsychotic drug. It's worth noting the haloperidol because Moreira's mother previously testified that her son stopped taking his antipsychotic medication before the stabbings because he did not like the way they made him feel, but it was never addressed how long a drug like that may remain in someone's system. Wall told court that drugs administered by emergency personnel may also be present in the results. It provides a snapshot of what was in the blood at the time it was collected from him. The Crown based much of their questioning around the methamphetamine detected in Moreira's blood. Wall testified there is no medical use for methamphetamine in Canada, so the only reason they'd be using it is for recreational purposes. However, when Wall was asked about when methamphetamine may have been used or how it was used, she could not comment. She also could not comment on the decision-making effects of methamphetamine and whether it could block Moreira's ability to understand potential consequences. During cross-examination, Wall made similar statements when it came to how methamphetamine can affect memory and any other effects because there are so many variables like tolerance, dosage, and the size of a person. The trial will continue on Monday as the defense begins its arguments. Spencer Turcotte, CTV News Kitchener.
Time for first check on the weather. Let's go to Alex live on location tonight from the Odd in Kitchener. And feels like summer out there, Alex. And I can't think of a better combination than Kitchener Rangers hockey and Oktoberfest night. Tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, and pretty much a fun night to look forward to, and we were definitely getting into the Oktoberfest spirit. We can hear that polka music in the background, some dancing going on, but tonight's going to be a very special night for, yes, the Kitchener Rangers Oktoberfest night, and who better to tell us about this than Chef D, president of KW Oktoberfest. Great to see you.
Great to see you again. Thank you for coming out. This is amazing. The pre-party before the Ranger game. You know, and we're stuffing the bus, which is so important. 1 in 8 families need help from the food bank. So if you can, please join us and stuff that bus.
We've already noticed, so that obviously a big draw for tonight. So if you do have plans to come to the game, bring a non-perishable food donation or cash donation to help the food bank out. We've already seen a few people dropping things off. What's it like for you to see the community getting into not only the Oktoberfest spirit, but that giving spirit?
You know, we live in the best region in the world. We're totally givers. We're bloody do-gooders. And it's so great to see what people do here every day, not only here for Thanksgiving, not only for Oktoberfest, but every day and out. We are a big community of supporters.
Okay, and looking ahead to tonight's game, you've got a special role to play too.
Yes, I do. I'm going to be dropping the puck.
So puck drop expected tonight at 7 o'clock. What are you looking forward to for the game tonight?
I'm looking forward to the Rangers winning about 5-1 today. I brought the grandkids, so they want to see lots of goals. So Rangers, go Rangers, go.
Go Rangers go. And yes, you still have time. That bus here expected to be here until about 7:30 or so.
Exactly. So please, if you can, even if you're not coming to the game, come and drop some food off because our community needs it.
All right, Chef D, great to see you. Thank you so much, and enjoy the game.
Thank you. I got to practice my puck dropping.
He's got to go. He's got to go. So, yes, lots of things to look forward to tonight for the Oktoberfest night here at the Odd in Kitchener. Again, the Kitchener Rangers taking on the Owen Sound Attack tonight at 7 o'clock. And, yes, weather-wise, we really can't ask for better weather. Yeah, we're in fall, but it feels more like summer out here tonight. As we look at our satellite and radar map, and over the Odd here in Kitchener, I'm not seeing a cloud in the sky right now. Nice blue sky, pretty comfortable conditions. We've noticed just a slight cool down, but nothing too drastic. Because take a look at the temperature-wise across southern and southwestern Ontario. Many of us sitting in that mid to upper 20 range. Kitchener-Waterloo right now, 25 degrees. That was the high we hit this afternoon, and that is still with us. Expected to drop throughout the hour, but overall, some great conditions. We're not feeling any extreme humidity today either, which is so enjoyable. But again, if you have plans to come down here to the game, or like Chef D said, if you're in the area, drop by a non-perishable food item, and we're going to try to stuff this bus. Tony.
Good timing with the music wrapping up right now, too, Alex. Thank you very much. We'll let you get
Not
back.
bad. Oh, it's starting.
It's back underway. We'll let you get back to the party. We'll check in with you shortly. Thanks, Alex. It's a dreaded term in the world of real estate, a homeowner going into default. The consequences are usually a hefty financial penalty and potentially a long court battle. Well, that's the position several buyers at the beleaguered Weber Yards development find themselves in Kitchener. The buyers say they have the money, but the builder won't let them pay. CTV's Jeff Pickle explores why.
After 5 years of issues, including a bankruptcy and delayed construction, the city of Kitchener signed off on 1333 Weber Street just hours before the final occupancy deadline.
There's a lot of pride that goes in, and to be able to accomplish what we did, we enabled the purchasers to fulfill their contracts. Everybody came out a winner, and we did it all in record time.
Major win for the builder, but not so much for several people who originally agreed to purchase a condo and say they were told they would be able to terminate their deal after the bankruptcy and delays.
It was always stated that we would have the option to get our deposit back.
In August of this year, A.J. Lewis and others were told there would be no contract termination.
Like, it was just pretty much we were blindsided with this information.
Lewis says if he had known he was still under contract, he would have at least been prepared.
Oh, that would make a big difference because we would at least have a plan, right? We would have a plan of how to close the unit.
With the builder in a race to meet the outside occupancy deadline of September 19th, they made it just barely.
So they were on the last minute. And they sent an email to my lawyer at 4:30 p.m. that we did get occupancy, and my lawyer's office was closed at that time.
Lewis says Elm Developments wasted no time escalating the situation.
The same day, on the 19th of September, their outside occupancy date, they sent a new letter to my lawyers at 9 p.m. that I was in default.
According to Lewis, the following week, his lawyer attempted to close the deal.
We tried on the following Monday when my lawyer's office was open that we will still continue with trying to take the occupancy. My lawyer said he needs correct statement of adjustments to send out my closing package. They have explicitly told my lawyer that they will not let me back into the agreement of purchase of sale.
It may seem strange that a developer would turn down money from a client, but in doing so, they could actually make more money.
The builder is incentivized by having the buyer terminate their agreement because in that case, it allows the builder to keep the deposit as forfeited.
Sloane Maholtra is a partner at Sobrera Law in Waterloo. She explains, along with keeping the deposit, the developer can also sue for damages. In this case, if the original purchaser bought the condo for $500,000 and the unit is resold for less, say $400,000, the developer can sue the original buyer for the difference of $100,000 and keep the $70,000 deposit. But Maholtra says buyers also have options.
There is a concept in litigation called relief of forfeiture. And what it does, it allows a buyer who is in technical breach of an agreement to make an application to the judge to walk away without a penalty or to walk away with a reduced penalty.
She says a judge will be looking to see if either the buyer or the builder is out of line.
So acting unconscionably would be acting in bad faith, acting outside of what a reasonable person's expectations would be, acting in a way that is unfair.
We reached out to Elm Development, who say the defaulted buyers are trying to establish new terms. They say we honored the terms of the agreement of purchase and sale. Purchasers who chose not to did so at their own peril. We are under no obligation to reinstate. Purchasers who claimed entitlement to reinstatement complete with their own terms and timelines were respectively declined. Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Kitchener.
Canada Post today tabled new offers to its striking workers after Ottawa said it's planning reforms at the financially strapped service. The federal government says Canada Post will undergo job cuts and will slash a number of services, including daily mail delivery, and will close offices in some rural areas while moving almost all addresses to community mailboxes. The Postal Service has said it supports the planned changes, and it's aiming to reduce staffing levels through attrition and voluntary departures before considering layoffs. The 55,000-member Canadian Union of Postal Workers responded to the news by declaring a renewed strike last week. Today's offer included a more than 13% wage increase over 4 years, similar to terms offered in May, but Canada Post removed a signing bonus, citing a worsening financial picture. The Kitchener-Waterloo Legion is keeping a close eye on the Canada Post dispute. It's forced them to put their annual mail-out poppy campaign on pause. As CTV's Alexandra Hollick tells us, the uncertainty could jeopardize thousands of dollars in donations to support local veterans.
There's one poppy and one poppy sticker.
Symbols honoring Canadian service members set to be mailed later this month. But for now, they're sitting in a shed behind Legion Branch 530 in Waterloo.
From here, it goes out usually to the post office, but we're not sure about this year.
These boxes hold just a fraction of more than 150,000 poppies ready to be delivered to homes later this month. But people living in Kitchener and Waterloo may not find the usual envelopes in the mail this year, and that's worrying the local Legion.
How do we get these out to the general public?
Canada Post workers have been off the job and on the picket lines for more than a week, fighting the federal government's sweeping service changes. The Legion says the timing couldn't be worse, as it's still recovering from last year's labor action.
Last year we had problems getting them back from the people. Now this year we're going to have trouble getting them out to the people,
which could put thousands of dollars of donations in jeopardy.
The mail-outs is one of our general resources of money that comes in for the veterans' care and for the hospitals.
But the poppy postage problems don't end there. Even if the labor dispute is resolved, other issues remain.
The envelopes are classified as flyers, and the union has stated that they will not deliver flyers to households,
leaving the Legion in the lurch as it looks for other ways to keep the campaign afloat.
We're getting all older, and we don't have the volunteers that could go out and do that, like door to door.
I don't know how successful it would be with having people wanting to come in to pick up the envelope.
In a statement to CTV News, a spokesperson for the local postal workers union says they understand and appreciate the concerns raised. We have proudly supported the Legion's poppy campaigns in the past and remain committed to being a part of their vital fundraising efforts, adding they hope a resolution can be reached soon. It's a sentiment shared by members of Legion Branch 530.
Hopefully, we're at the end of the day, we're going to be able to smile and say we got the job done.
Alexandra Hollick, CTV News, Waterloo.
Sign up for the CTV Kitchener newsletter to start your day in the know. The day's top stories, the latest forecast, and some must-see videos right to your inbox. Sign up at ctvnewskitchener.ca. The return of the high school exam. Coming up, why most Waterloo Region schools are bringing back the big year-end test, but as an option. CTV's Ashley Bacon will have more on that in just a few minutes.
I'm Krista Simpson with more on changes at Cambridge City Hall amid security concerns. The latest measures being taken from hybrid meetings to portable public washrooms. That story is just ahead.
We are getting into the Oktoberfest spirit here at the Odd Inn in Kitchener for Oktoberfest night. So bring your donations down to stuff this Grand River Transit bus. And we can't ask for better weather. We'll take a look at how your weekend is looking and how warm it could get in your full forecast coming up.
Download the CTV News app and stay on top of local stories as they unfold.
We go to a dramatic scene unfolding.
Customize your feed and watch live wherever you are. CTVKitchener.ca, your home for news.
Heightened security measures are still in place at Cambridge City Hall nearly 2 weeks after safety concerns led to the decision to hold a council meeting virtually. Meetings scheduled for next week also now seeing some changes. CTV's Krista Simpson looking into the latest on this for us, joining us live to explain now. Krista.
Tony, the city confirms that 2 meetings scheduled for next week will be in a hybrid format, with members of the public only able to attend virtually, though councillors and staff will participate in person.
Madam Clerk, complete a roll call of council so that we can confirm everyone's attendance as we are coming to you electronically today.
Cambridge City Council met virtually on September 23rd after a security incident the day before.
I'm not hearing you.
There are challenges. I'm confident we can overcome them, but there's no question that being in person is the best case scenario.
But that will have to wait, at least in part. The city confirms the public can only attend virtually at 2 meetings scheduled for next week, a planning statutory public meeting on Tuesday and a committee of adjustment meeting Wednesday. Councillors and staff, however, will be in council chambers in person. A city spokesperson saying the city's procedural bylaw permits for hybrid meetings and is in compliance with the Municipal Act requirements.
I certainly respect that the senior leadership team has made the decision in an effort to keep everybody safe.
Still, some say it can be tough for members of the public to effectively participate from a distance.
I raised my concerns with the clerk because not everybody has access to technology, nor is everyone able to use technology to the best of their ability.
And it's not just meetings that have changed. The city spokesperson saying heightened security measures remain in place to ensure a safe and respectful environment for council, staff, and community members. People are being asked to enter City Hall through one door at the side of the building and to check in. Portable washrooms were also recently placed outside City Hall for the public to use.
The porta potties have been set up as security looks to limit the number of people that are coming into the building at this time.
There's no indication how long these measures will remain or how long virtual or hybrid meetings could be in place. Councillor Corey Kimpson saying if the format change is going to continue, it's important to ensure the public can participate easily.
We always talk about wanting people to be more involved in local government and taking part, so we don't want to be restricting it or making it any more difficult than it needs to be.
Councillor Scott Hamilton looking forward to fully in-person meetings in the future.
I think this move is being taken out of an abundance of caution. It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to someone's security, but democracy is based on in-person discussions. That transparency and that accountability comes from us being in the council chamber with each other, with staff, with the public. We're all excited to get back there sooner rather than later.
And both councillors I spoke with today emphasized that they do feel Cambridge City Hall is a safe place to be. Tony.
All right, Krista, thank you. CTV's Krista Simpson with that update from Cambridge City Hall. Some Kitchener residents were left picking up the pieces after a driver crashed into their home last night. Waterloo Regional Police were in the Victoria Street South, Weichel Street area when they tried to stop the vehicle. Instead, police say the driver sped up, lost control, and crashed into the side of a nearby home.
Upon the vehicle colliding into the residence, the 2 occupants, the driver and passenger, fled the scene of the accident. Officers arrived and located the 2 individuals a short distance away and arrested both individuals. The driver has been arrested and charged with several offenses, including dangerous operation, flight from police, and failing to remain at the scene of an accident.
And the passenger, an 18-year-old man from Woolwich, was also charged with failing to stop after an accident. Police say no one was injured. The mayors of Burlington and Brampton are leading an effort to convince Premier Doug Ford to change course on his plan to ban speed cameras. The mayors of Cambridge, Waterloo, and Guelph have written a letter to Ford with the support of 19 other mayors. They argue a total ban on the cameras would reverse years of progress on safety in school zones. They're asking Ford to allow speed cameras to still be deployed near schools, but with a number of added measures. These include using a reasonable threshold of speed before a ticket's issued and sending a warning for a first offense. Local school boards are going back to basics. Grade 9 and 10 students may soon be reintroduced to end-of-semester exams, and not all of them are happy about it. CTV's Ashley Bacon explains.
Changes to how grade 9 and 10 students are graded at the end of the school year.
Giving them the real-world experience of examinations, which many of them will end up experiencing when they go to grade 11, 12, and then eventually post-secondary.
Both the public and Catholic school boards in Waterloo Region are bringing back final exams as an option for grade 9 and 10 pupils, missing for the last 5 years post-pandemic.
They get 30% of their grade as culminating activities, so it can be an essay or a series of different things. An exam is one of the options that can be added, but can only amount to up to 10% of their grade.
Public School Board Director of Education Scott Miller says community feedback led to the decision to bring exams back as an option.
And by bringing these back to during these evaluation days and scheduling them, we also believe it will be better for our student well-being and for their achievement as well.
The switch up garnering mixed reactions.
I think that that's too much pressure, especially with kids who have really bad anxiety issues or things that are going on at home. I think it's just too much pressure.
Schools put a really heavy emphasis on exams usually, and the fact that they're just not really doing that anymore is kind of weird. So I can kind of get why they're bringing it back.
I don't know if we need exams in schools as it sits right now with how things are. I think it's very possible that we could do grading based off of just whatever's left of assignments over the year.
Education Minister Paul Calandra supporting exams as an option, saying in part in an email to CTV News, our government is reviewing the exam policy across the province to ensure consistency and strengthen achievement. Faculty in each department will create the grading breakdown for each subject, which may or may not include exams. Ashley Bacon, CTV News, Kitchener.
And let's take a live look outside now at the historic Galt City Hall on Dixon Street in Cambridge. The setting sun reflecting beautifully off of that historic building against a really crystal clear sky in the background. Couldn't ask for a better Friday evening for the first Friday in October. Alex is joining us in a couple of moments to tell us about a continued warm-up we're going to see this weekend. Also ahead. The anticipation is building for tomorrow, 4:08 p.m., when the Jays take on the Yankees and officially start their playoff run. And strap yourself in for some Strudel, authentic Oktoberfest style, the tradition behind perfecting the festival treat. Leanne gets an up-close and personal look at this labor of love. Let's head back on location now with Alex at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. And Alex, we know what the odd on a Friday night in October means. It means Kitchener Rangers hockey. Owen Sound Attack are the team visiting tonight, but it's not all about hockey. There's some Bavarian fun at the odd tonight, too. Oh, I can hear it in the background.
I was going to say, you might hear, Tony, some of that music. We've got some cheering going on, some dancing, lots of fun here. Yes, it's Oktoberfest night. The goal, too, for this evening, we're trying to stuff a Grand River Transit bus full of donations for the Food Bank of Waterloo Region. And we've got a couple of friends here who are not only in the hockey spirit, but the Oktoberfest spirit as well. Nora, Amber, Sasha joining us live tonight. Okay, so you've kind of got both going on, which I love, and this is what drew me to the two of you. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Oh, just being at the game, the atmosphere. We're big Kitchener Rangers fans. We've lived here our whole lives, including this one. So we just love being here and enjoying the game.
And when we talk about Oktoberfest spirit, and I was looking at your hat and all of these pins, do you even know how many pins you have?
No, I don't. But I've been going since I was a little kid. My grandparents took me, so I've been getting a pin
for a very long time. Every year I get a new one, so I have some that aren't even on my hat. Yes.
Okay.
It hurts my head a little bit.
It's okay. No pain, no gain. Is that what they say, right? Okay, Nora, I know you're a big hockey fan, right? What are you looking forward to tonight?
Having fun and playing with my best friend because she's coming here tonight.
She's coming here tonight too. Okay, you're lucky. Maybe you have to get some snacks, I would think, right?
Yes.
Okay, so lots of community energy, that atmosphere. And when we talk about that community feel, what's it like to kind of see so many people not only, dropping donations off, but getting into the Oktoberfest spirit, but also that hockey spirit?
Yeah, well, that's what KW is about, right? We want everyone to come and enjoy it, and Oktoberfest, second biggest in the world. So yeah, just bringing in that tourism, and what's great, it's all great for the community.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all have a great time at the game tonight. Thank you so much for your time, and happy Oktoberfest.
You too.
Go Rangers, go. Go Rangers, go. And weather-wise, yeah, we cannot ask for a better evening, even though it's cooling down a little bit. This beautiful, beautiful conditions as we look at our future cast. Mainly clear sky, expected to stick like this as we get into the overnight and even into your Saturday. Potentially, we could see maybe a cloud or two pop up, but overall, great conditions. We really can't ask for a better weekend. And yes, we are in the official first week of October, but it is feeling more summer-like. Many of us in that mid to upper 20 range this hour. Our high for today, 25 degrees. We just dipped down to 24 here in Kitchener-Waterloo in just the last half hour or so. Overnight, we're going to be getting back into that double-digit territory. So we've been seeing a lot of those single overnight lows. 10 degrees is what we can expect to see tonight. Clear sky, just a few clouds potentially developing as we get into the overnight hours. So that would be in particular after midnight. Now take a look at this tomorrow. We are going to be getting close to 30. 28 is our expected daytime high. Mainly sunny sky, and that UV index is going to be just slightly lower than what we are seeing today. So today we sat at a 6, which is considered high. Tomorrow, which should be at a 5 or a moderate level. And then in terms of our almanac for the day, so normal for this time is 16 degrees, so we are definitely above seasonal for this time of year. Record high, 28, that was set back on this day in 2023, and we hit minus 3.9, so almost minus 4 on this day in 1974 when we look at our overnight record low. And that sun tonight setting at 7 o'clock. So we're getting closer now to the 6 o'clock hour in terms of those sunsets. So over the next several days, yeah, 28 expected to stick with us in terms of daytime high. Plenty of sunshine in store as well. So we are going to be feeling the heat over the next few days. For Lambton, Kenton, Essex, sunny stretch for you. At one point, you potentially could be hitting close to 30 over the next couple of days. 29 for your Saturday and Sunday. And then even your Monday, you're going to be seeing about 28 degrees. And in terms of seeing wet weather, potentially many of us won't actually see it until Tuesday. And I know our gardens and our grass might be looking a little bit dry, so we might need a bit more of that wet weather. Southern Georgian Bay, mainly sunny sky with a high of 26 expected for you before another sunny stretch for your Sunday and your Monday. So we are feeling the polka music and enjoying that Oktoberfest energy for Oktoberfest night here at the Odd in Kitchener. As you mentioned, Tony, taking on the Owen Sound Attack. Puck drop expected tonight at 7 o'clock. So it should be a good game, especially as many of us get into that Bavarian spirit. I'll send it back to you.
Yes. Yeah, and with that kind of energy, Alex, let's hope it translates onto the ice as well once that game starts. We'll check back in with you just a little bit later. Alex Pinto with the Odd. Thank you. And this Oktoberfest, we're also continuing our look at the region's historic German clubs. The Alpine Club preserves heritage through its famous apple strudel, handmade by club members. CTV's Leanne Evans joined them to see how it's done.
We are going to be making strudel, which is a staple here at the Alpine Club, with Sonia and the rest of the team.
Hi, Leanne.
Great to see you.
Thank you. You too.
And thanks for having me here.
Our pleasure.
Okay, we've already stretched the dough, which is a pretty incredible first step in this process. Tell me what we're going to do next.
Well, the dough has to be as thin to be able to read a newspaper through it. That's what our project was, and we've been successful. Next comes our secret sauce. And then we will fill with apples, because what we are famous for is the apple strudel. Okay. So I will now add the sauce, and we will have people help to distribute it evenly. Okay. And then the rest of the filling will go on. We're famous for apple strudel here, but a strudel can be filled with other kinds of things. For example, cherries, apricots.
Okay, so now we've got the secret sauce, we've got the filling, which today is apples, bread cubes, and raisins. And now, Sonia, what's the next step?
The next step is to roll it up.
Okay.
We're ready to do it.
All right.
Here we go. Pushing forward.
Okay.
And all the goodness gets sealed inside.
Look at that. After we've cut the rolls, we've put the socks on, we've put them to bed, now we're at the final step.
Helmut here will now be oiling each loaf so that they don't dry out, because they are frozen in advance and then thawed and baked when our visitors actually come. So Helmut, if you want to give that one a good coating.
And this is amazing. We've seen it through from the start of the process to the end of the process. And of course, we have our finished product here, which I have to try because now I've been smelling it all through the kitchen and it looks absolutely delicious. What's the feedback you usually get on these?
Only positive. People will come here just for that, and we're happy to be proud of that.
Well, thanks for showing us
tradition.
how it's made and for letting us take part. Prost.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Leanne Evans at the Alpine Club. And you know what? The thing is, I was speaking with Leanne the day she got back from that taping, and she was telling me it is all about the details. And that was really just a taste. CTVNewsKitchener.ca if you'd like to see the entire segment. All right, coming up next, when the tech sector goes down to the farm. CTV's Colton Weens on how innovation is helping local food producers deepen their local sales.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
The work doesn't end for farmers when they come in from the fields. They also need to sell what they grow. That's where a Kitchener software company comes in by simplifying and shortening supply chains, helping both sellers and buyers to stay local. CTV's Colton Weens explains.
And that one, there's a couple, and that one. There's a few in a row that are pretty good there.
It's the weekly Big Harvest Day at Milky Way Farm in Woodstock, when owners Megan Brandenburg and Jesse Way collect what they've grown and get it ready for customers.
Farming is very labor-intensive, energy-intensive, and we do operate all year long, so we try not to do too much in the summer and make sure that the year's kind of leveled out so that we can have a good work-life balance.
There is a strict weekly schedule to follow. Mondays to Thursdays are for inventory, planting, seeding, weeding, and harvesting some crops. Friday is the big harvest day. Then Saturday, it all gets sold.
We used to go to the farmer's market. That day would start at 4 a.m. and be completely exhausting.
Saturday at the market, that would be even longer and even more tiring. And then I'd just be like exhausted for Sunday.
Now, when you spend the full week in the field producing food, harvesting the food, and then packaging the food, there's not a lot of time left over for selling the food. And that's where Local Line comes in, a local software that helps connect farmers and producers with buyers.
We provide software tools for farmers, producers, kind of anyone with any food to sell online to be able to reach their customers.
For Milky Way, the Farm to Fork platform means they no longer need to sell at a market, but instead use the software to receive orders online throughout the week.
Local Line enables us to sell through our farm share program, and we have a retail store. And on Saturday, I go to the city still. I go to Kitchener-Waterloo, but it's like a 3-hour pickup window. So people have pre-ordered everything.
Knowing their orders means they don't come home with leftovers after selling. And the software gives them insight into needed statistics.
We're just both very introverted, so the market's not for us, whereas for some people that works really well.
Created by CEO Cole Jones while attending Wilfrid Laurier University, Local Line opened an office through Communitech in Kitchener. The company recently won a Canadian Food Innovation Network Award and continues to focus on expanding its network of producers while shortening supply chains for buyers.
In the last 2 years, Local Line customers have actually eliminated 940 million food miles just by shortening supply chains. So that means selling direct to their customers, whether that's a Chipotle
Chipotle, a grocery retail, or a household.
And with 2 young kids, less mileage means more time for these farmers to spend as a family.
So we can kind of find a better weekend balance that way.
Colton Ween, CTV News, Woodstock.
And time to update our top stories now. CTV's Leanne Evans in studio with us for the latest. Leanne, the Crown closing its case today in a second-degree murder trial that's connected to a triple stabbing in Kitchener from 3 years ago.
Yeah, Dylan Morera is accused of second-degree murder and multiple counts of attempted murder and aggravated assault. The final witness the Crown called to the stand was a forensic scientist who conducted a toxicology report on Morera. She testified that alcohol was not found in his blood, but THC and methamphetamine were among the things detected. The trial will continue Monday as the defense begins its arguments. As the labor dispute between Canada Post and its workers rages on, members of a Waterloo Legion are worried about their annual mail-out poppy campaign that kicks off later this month. The Legion typically sends out more than 150,000 poppies to homes in Kitchener and Waterloo, along with an envelope for a mail-in donation. But with the strike, thousands of dollars of donations could be in jeopardy.
Okay, and Leanne, what is this I see here about a feel-good Friday story involving a grandmother in Kitchener?
Gotta end on a good note, right?
Yeah.
End the week on a good note with some positive news. The 68-year-old got her first big lotto win after playing for the past 35 years. She says she is thrilled and plans to use the $250,000 to help out her family. You can read the full story and find out where that lucky ticket was purchased by scanning the QR code, downloading the CTV News app, or going to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Hey, $250,000 to end off the week? Not bad.
That is not a small chunk of change at all. I mean,
no.
I'd take a $10,000 win, you know? Like,
I'd take a $100 win.
And so would I. Anything, big or small. Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you.
Well, it's a big weekend for baseball fans in Southern Ontario, no question about it. The Toronto Blue Jays kicking off postseason play against the Yankees tomorrow, 4:08 p.m. to be exact. Players are getting ready, fans are getting excited. Here's CTV's Sean Leathong.
Making their mark on the field, the Rogers Centre is getting ready for October baseball, and the Blue Jays are preparing to face a familiar opponent.
And the Yankees have completed step one on their...
The New York Yankees beating the Boston Red Sox in their wild card series, now coming to Toronto for the first 2 games of the American League Divisional Series. As today is workout day and the Jays transition to postseason baseball.
It's nice to win the division, it really is, and it's nice to set yourself up the way you want to. But once you get in it, man, success is about winning.
And winning is something the Jays have done a lot of this season, winning 8 of 13 games against the Yankees this year, 94 games in the regular season, and a whopping 54 wins at home. Former Blue Jay Kevin Pillar says that everything, including nerves, can be magnified in the playoffs, but it's important for players to remember.
You really just kind of feed off the energy of the crowd. I always try to remind myself I worked a lifetime to get to this moment, to kind of just embrace it.
Now they hand the ball to ace Kevin Gossman for Game 1, who says the last few seasons have taught him what it means to play for Canada's team.
You know, there's extra pressure that comes with that, but there's a lot of love that comes with that from the fans, from, you know, people who might never even see you play in person. But, you know, that's just kind of the advantage that we have being one team for a whole country.
And it seems as though the whole country is focusing on the Blue Jays.
You can't walk anywhere from here to British Columbia right now without seeing Jays gear everywhere. So our players are more aware that there's a city and a country behind them.
And fans are coming from across Canada to Toronto for the series, like Rick Burton from Calgary.
It's Toronto on the name, but it's got the Canadian maple leaf on it, so it's Canada's team.
Or Adam and Jaden Lawson from Saskatchewan.
They mean everything to every province in Canada, so they're our team, they're our boys, they're going to do it.
I don't know, we're just better than the Yankees always have been, right?
All right, I guess that's the end of that. But at 4:08 p.m. tomorrow, that's the first pitch, and then 4:08 on Sunday as well. And amid all the baseball excitement comes a brand new season of hockey. Tonight, we're going back beyond the bench with the Kitchener Rangers. We'll hear from one of their top scorers about his passion for the game and the team. Kitchener Rangers forward Hayden Ellis is in his second season with the team, and he's off to a strong start, tied for the team lead in scoring. He talks about his drive to succeed in this week's edition of Beyond the Bench.
As here is Arquette. Arquette, the pass by Arquette, shot, scores! Power play goal for Hayden Ellis.
My name's Hayden Ellis. I'm a forward, and this is my second year in Kitchener.
Arquette to Ellis, a great looking feed, a fantastic shot.
Our team last year, you know, being a rookie, you learn the ins and outs, and obviously we had great mentors here. Jackson Parsons, Trent Swick, Misiljevic, Mercer. Guys like that you can learn from, watch their everyday habits, and you know, you learn a lot from guys like that, and you can kind of bring it into your next season and implement it to obviously be a better player.
Towards Nelson for Sikora. Sikora, middle of the ice. Intercepted, they score! Hayden Ellis.
It's a little different, my approach. You know, you have a little more confidence being a little older, more experience, obviously, and you know, you kind of, the day-to-day is the same, but you know, you really push yourself that much more.
Yeah, right off his leg.
It's amazing to play in Kitchener. The support we get from the fans, the building's energy every night. You know, there's never a night where it's dead in here, and you can kind of feed off that and build off that and propel us to some big wins.
Rangers with it. Stark in front. Ellis, he scores.
A lot keeps me motivated. I'd say, obviously, the drive to win a championship is the big driver, and obviously coming to the rink and working alongside your best friends every day is all the motivation you can really need.
Let's check in with Heather in the national newsroom to find out what's coming up tonight at 11.
Tonight, a major breakthrough to end the war in Gaza. The response from Hamas on Donald Trump's ultimatum to free all Israeli hostages, plus other key parts of the proposed peace plan. Later on CTV National News.
We are getting into the hockey and, of course, the Oktoberfest spirit for Oktoberfest at tonight's Rangers game here this evening. And can't ask for better weather tonight. We'll let you know, though, how cool it could be to start off your Saturday morning in Wake Up Weather coming up.
Here's a look at your Friday night lineup at 7 o'clock. Stick around for E-Talk before The Big Bang Theory at 7:30. Then at 8, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune before Special Forces World's Toughest Test at 9. And then more Big Bang Theory episodes.
5K a day is back on 105.3 Virgin Radio. Listen to Jeff, KP, and Backstage Ben for your chance to win $5,000
Every weekday.
5K a day.
Virgin Radio.
Leanne's back with some more local details we'll have for you coming up later tonight. Leanne?
Tony, Oktoberfest celebrations ramping up in Waterloo region this weekend. Plenty of events on tap, including the Goat Festival at the Concordia Club. If you like spice, you'll love this event. We'll take a look at the preparations in place for it tonight. Also at 11:30, we will hear from this year's ambassador of Oktoberfest. It is all wunderbar, Tony.
Well put. Thank you, Leanne. Appreciate that. Have a great weekend. And let's head over to Alex now at the Odd for our final check on weather on this Rangers Oktoberfest collab night, and of course raising donations as well for the food bank. And Alex, puck drop just a couple minutes away now.
Yeah, that is set to happen, like you said, just a couple of minutes. Chef D is, I'm sure, getting ready to head on the ice in just a few moments, but it is still a party out here outside of the Ottawa Street entrance of the Odd. Yeah, we're getting into the Oktoberfest spirit for Oktoberfest night here. So really, we're mixing hockey and, of course, Bavarian festive fun. Still have time. Bring your non-perishable food item or donation with you. This bus is going to be here until about 7:30 or so this evening, and the goal is to stuff this bus. So we've been seeing a steady flow of donations coming through here. This, of course, to support the food bank of Waterloo regions. We have got plenty of volunteers stationed outside of all entrances as well. And yes, puck drop tonight against the Owen Sound Attack, Kitchener Rangers, 7 o'clock. So happening in just a few moments. And yeah, don your Bavarian best too. Enjoy some lively music, soak in all of that atmosphere. It's going to be a fun evening. And evening weather-wise, looking pretty good. Nice and comfortable still out here this hour. But when we look at tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., we're going to be hitting about 10 degrees or so. So I don't want to say warmer than what we've seen earlier in the week, but a noticeable difference. We're not going to be in that single-digit territory, mainly clear. Then by 10, we should be hitting around 19 degrees or so. So it is going to be a warm weekend, more summer-like as we get into the rest of the first week of October. But yes, lots of energy outside of the odd here in Kitchener for Oktoberfest night. And I'm sure you can see it and feel it. All the energy out here tonight, Tony.
Yeah, we sure can. Okay, Alex, thank you so much. Nice to see those overnight lows at a more comfortable 10 degrees. That's not too bad. We're looking forward to one great weekend. Alex Pinto live at the Odd. And thank you for joining us tonight here on CTV News at 6. Alex and I are back, of course, tonight at 11:30 with your next local news. That comes right after the CTV National News at 11. Have a great weekend. Take care.